Michael was a great kid, very kind-hearted, easygoing, loved to make people laugh. He was a good friend to anybody and everybody that would meet him. He was planning, life out early. He was trying to make the right decisions to go on in life and be successful.
I just remember Michael always trying to make everybody happy, and he played sports and he did band for 8 years. He always wanted to be with his friends, and that weekend was no different. He went away to spend time with his friends for homecoming up at CMU, and talked to him. He was having fun. Michael just liked to have a good time and do well at everything that he did. He tried to succeed at everything he did.
He meant a lot to me. He was a very good friend and like one of those persons that even if you don't see them for a while, you could always come back to them, and it felt like nothing had changed, and he would be there for you even no matter what happened. He would have your back.
So he was my best friend, basically like a brother. They were a family. I loved the kid. He was really close to me. I mean, someone I could hang out with all the time, talk to about anything. He was always supportive. He was really nice. He was just a great person.
When I found he passed, I just like everybody else, failed all my classes because that was the only thing that was on my mind. I couldn't sleep at night. Would dream of him. It was pretty rough, but ever since his passing, I've become a lot more responsible with like my actions, and I try to think of the future before I do something like reckless or anything of that sort.
Michael meant a great deal to me. For one, he's one of those guys that's he's a true person. He has no hidden agenda behind him. He was always just out to have a good time, out to be a friend, out to be a brother, and it really puts meaning to the phrase, "you lost a part of yourself," when he passed away. He was just a really, really good person.
When it first happened, it was really rough. I was up at school and I was on my way to come help with the search party, and I got a call that it wasn't needed anymore. But after that, it was a pretty rough semester. I kind of fell into like a depression. But after that, I realized, helped me realize it was one of those things where you kind of come into maturity and you realize that your actions have consequences. It actually pushed me into, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that. And I know not everybody is going to follow that. Even if I tried to spread that message, I know no one would listen to that. But at least I know if there's a group of people around me doing things like that, that I'll be at least there to take care of them and make sure that everything goes all right.
Of course, the main thing I think people should take away from tragedies like this would to just live really like there is no tomorrow. Be a friend to anybody, love everybody, be there for your family, for your friends, and always try to have a good time. Look out for one another, and just, we're all here under one God, one family, one life. To live it like there is no tomorrow.
No party is ever worth losing someone like in the way that he left. Like I still, unfortunately, I have nightmares. I had one last week. 2.5 years later, like Andrew said, I think about him every day, if not twice a day, especially like when I'm going out, like I think we both still have anxiety, and just good and bad memories will stay with us for the rest of our life. Like, we both go to school here. Where he passed away, I work like 50 steps from where he passed away. And like, you can deal with it, but like, I'll still cry. It'll be a Monday morning, I'll still cry.
Yeah, I have to walk past the pond to go home from class every day. And most days I don't even look at it, I just put my head down and walk. Some days I just don't even go that way, because it just reminds me that he's not here with us. But try to think about the good things that we had, and so many things to think about, but we had so many good memories. He was such an awesome kid, an awesome guy. But never leave your friends behind is the most important thing, no matter what it is. Just they're your friends, so you have to be there for them.
Best memory of Michael is being upstairs in his room, throwing tater tots and like food and chicken nuggets and everything that we could possibly find across the room, trying to catch them in our mouths, and it was bad.
I met him at Sunday school at our church. Those first few sessions were always kind of awkward because you don't really know people and you're pretty young. And he was one of the cooler kids there, one of the more friendlier ones, easy to talk to. So becoming friends with him was pretty easy. And he was on the sports team there with me too, so it was always good knowing that he was their first new friend.
On the bus ride in 7th grade for our 7th grade field trip to Michigan Adventures, and he was sitting in the seat next to me, and he was best friends with my boyfriend at the time, and he didn't know we were dating, and we were holding hands, and he was like, we told him we were brother and sister, and he's such a goon and so gullible, he really would believe anything you told him. And that, I think he believed that for quite some time before he realized that no brother and sister is ever actually that close.
My best memory with Michael would have to be when Michael, Alejandro, and I would go to the gym, and he would just make such the gym, which is probably like the worst thing in the world, such a fun and memorable experience, and just made it fly by. We'd always mess around, and it was just a good time.
One of my best memories with Michael was when all of our friends decided to go to Florida for spring break senior year, and a bunch of our friends went out, but me, Michael, and our other friend decided to stay in that night. And we had one of the best nights during spring break because we just hung out and did whatever we wanted to and just goofed off. And Michael was just so alive that no matter where we were, we had a good time.
First and foremost, who's ever watching this, the seniors of CHS or any other school, we actually all went to CHS. We're alumni. We're the class of 2014. There may be only a handful of you that are actually in the school that know who we are. That was quite some time ago, but we were in your guys' exact place not too long ago. Like, we were ready to graduate. We went to prom. We were in sports. We tried our best to do good in class. We took AP classes, the ACT, all that. We did everything all of high school. We were there. We were ready to graduate, and when that happened, it was very exciting. We were all super close. We were great friends. I mean, if you look now, we're all still together. This isn't all of us, but we all talk every day, and we love each other's company more than anything. Just know that what happens after you graduate can affect more than just you. You, your friends, your community, you're all together on what you actually do, believe it or not. So even when you think you're doing everything by yourself, there's always someone out there rooting for you.
We just hope that you'll just hear our message, take the few extra minutes when you're out with your friends to make sure that you're taking care of one another. We wouldn't wish this on anyone. Today is actually 2.5 years that Michael has been gone, and like Mike said it could have been prevented. So just take a few minutes when you're out. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Make sure you don't get yourself in any situations where you are by yourself. And if you choose to drink because you're going to be going to college, these things are going to be out there. Just be safe and be smart. And make sure that you know who you're with all the time, and just, you know, make good decisions so that your family doesn't have to go through what our family and friends and community have had to go through with this kind of loss. Nobody should have to go through this kind of loss.